Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The following video and theory will contain spoilers from the Arrow episode 1159 and the synopsis for the upcoming episode Canary Cry. So spoiler alert, if you don't want anything spoiled or ruined for you, stop watching now! For everybody else that's here, hi guys, Dave here, and oh boy. This may be one of my last theory videos about Arrow because, well, I still want to enjoy the show, but out of the big three that's on the CW right now, Arrow, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow, I kind of lost interest in Arrow a while ago, but with what's going on right now involving the loss of a major cast member and the apparent replacement of her by some no-name, I'm not happy about it, and well, I thought it'd just be fun to do this little thing for some speculation, and besides, at this point, Mark Guggenheim is quickly becoming one of my favorite, fanboy toilets to verbally defecate all over, so, I mean, he kind of brought this on himself. First there was Schumacher, who nearly destroyed the Batman franchise. There's Stephen Moffat, who's done a lot of not-so-great things in Doctor Who, and now this, so I'm not happy. So, but I'm going to try to be positive here. And at the end of this video, I also have a special message for the lovely Ms. Katie Cassidy, who happens to portray Dinah Laurel Lance, who unfortunately we've lost, but rumors are that this is going to be a permanent death, yet not really, because there's always a chance to bring her back or have flashbacks, and it's just, I'm not agreeing with it right now, but I have a special message later on, so we'll just have to keep watching. So, as we now know, Laurel Lance, it looks like she died due to complications from Damien Dark stabbing her with a freaking arrow, after also revealing that he knows exactly who they all are for Team Arrow. She looked like she was okay. She asked Oliver something. We never got to hear what the hell it was. She seemed okay. Now, rumors are we're not going to hear what Laurel said to Ollie until season 5. Nice way to dick us over there. Then she starts having apparently an embolism going on. She flatlines, and Canary Cry is going to involve her death with a lot of guilt-ridden characters, people in denial, and on top of all this wonderful goodness we're going to get to see in the frickin' graveyard, there's reports of a new Black Canary running around, or at least someone fitting her description. Black outfit, blonde hair, out there kicking much ass or whatever. So it just seems like Mark Guggenheim can just go ahead and replace her. And I am not happy about this. I'm really not. But no one really knows about who this character is supposed to be. Well, here's a theory that I've come up with. And, well, let's face it. There's been a lot of borrowing from the Rogues Gallery and storylines of Batman to make Arrow what it is. So, one stood out in my mind. Now, I know I could very well be wrong. They could be going with their own thing. Goodness knows. Mark Guggenheim's been able to do that on a whim. No Laurel, no Arrow. Anyway, so, this new character coming in the Birds of Prey comics, there was a time when, after Barbara Gordon was shot in the spine and became Oracle, there was a mysterious rumor and sightings of a supposed new Batgirl running around, kicking the crap out of bad guys. She didn't really seem to have a lot of skill, but she did have other things going for her, like being able to appear and disappear, being stronger than a normal woman should, and apparently being able to take quite a bit of damage. Well, this character was eventually, she was discovered by the Birds of Prey, or vice versa. This is a woman who's actually, she was born with her gifts, and she's relatively untrained in physical combat, and she's a newbie. She really wanted to just go out there and do some good with an established name. The thing was, when Oracle and the others talked to her, they said, look, there was already a Batgirl, and you see what you're trying to do, but the best thing is, Batgirl didn't really have any superpowers, but you do. We can help you, we can train you, and we can try to help you get your own identity, but you got to stop trying to be Batgirl, because you're just not Batgirl. And they eventually helped her, and this character ended up getting the name Misfit, because that's pretty much what she is. She's got 3 cool powers going for her. Super strength, teleportation. Some reports on Wikipedia says she's the best teleporter that Oracle's ever seen, which means that this is someone that has a database on the Justice League, for God's sake. So that's saying something. And apparently she also has a healing factor, which actually heals things faster whenever she's teleporting, or as she calls it, bouncing. Apparently, like I said, this is a forgotten little memory, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that the show writers at Arrow are going to try to do. Now, I could very well be wrong. I'll admit this, but I'm just saying, if they're borrowing stuff from Batman and the Birds of Prey comics, this could be a route they're going for. So this could actually be a meta-human posing as Black Canary, since there is no Bat people currently that we know of in that reality. So, if that's the case, if this is supposed to be their version of Misfit, keep an eye out for 3 possible powers. Super strength, teleportation, and healing factor. So, this could be interesting. It could. I heard that she's going to appear in 1 episode, maybe around the season finale. So we're not sure how many times we're going to get to see this character. But I just like the idea of calling this Arrow Theory video is the new Black Canary a Misfit. Because, well, like I said, once again, the whole thing is a misfit in my opinion. I'm not crazy about what they're doing with it. So, we don't know. We're going to have to just speculate and see what happens here. We've got a few more episodes coming up in a couple weeks when the show finally comes back, and we'll just have to see what happens. I am not going to be surprised if and when Sarah, played by Katie Lotz, the White Canary on Legends of Tomorrow, hears about her sister's death. I'm imagining that she's not going to take it well, and there's going to be some manipulation for trying to fix this. So, like I said, with time travel, alternate realities, anything's possible, so we'll just have to see what happens. I'm not crazy about how this happened. And now comes my message to Ms. Katie Cassidy. Katie, love your performances. I liked watching you since you were the first Ruby on Supernatural. I had to be reminded that you are, in fact, the daughter of singer and actor David Cassidy. Former member of the Partridge Family. You did your own version of I Think I Love You, which I have played back and listened to, and it's actually pretty decent. So good up there. I mean, you actually got to establish singing career, and I'm just here doing parodies on my channel. So, but also, when you played Laurel, you played a very real character that had both strength and vulnerability. Despite whatever happened, she started to push for wanting to try to see justice done. When Oliver came back, we started to see how much of a change there was. When Sarah came back, you started to hope. When you were going through, when your character Laurel was going through a problem with drugs, we were there with you, hoping you were going to get better. We were waiting for, when Sarah died, you started to go after revenge, but eventually turned that into justice. You got the training from Wildcat, who I'd love to see back on there, from Nissa, all this stuff. And you started to become the character we wanted to see. And I love the comics. I grew up with these characters, and getting to see them on there, you had a strength and a vulnerability and a reality, a very real nature to your performances. I know I'm a little out of it right now, so I got trying to get my words here, but you brought a very passionate and genuine performance to the role, and this is why a lot of people are rallying with the hashtag NoLaurelNoArrow, because we know these characters are supposed to be together. Hopefully they will one day through some kind of machinations of the universe, or someone getting their head out of their ass in the writer's room. Just saying. But Katie, love your performance. Best of luck to you. I hope we're going to get to see you again soon. And as I like to say, keep the faith, pretty bird. But now my special message is, besides a thank you to you, I hear that you're supposed to be on the roster for various guest stars and celebrities that are going to be attending MegaCon in Orlando, Florida, coming up in May. I think this is cool. This is actually around my neck of the woods, and I try to make it there myself. If you do make it, I would love to meet with you, talk with you, and if possible on video, do a little duet with you. I actually sent a clip of this thing for you. There was an animated show called Batman the Brave and the Bold, and there was a musical episode where Black Canary, played by voice actress and singer Grey DeLisle, did this song called If Only. And I know you got the chops for singing. I'm not terrible. So I would love to do a little duet with you, but I wanted to change like one of the little words around. So just as a little musical thank you and hope of one day maybe not just meeting you, but performing with you, here's my little ode to you, pretty bird. So, how she sings, sweet as day, I could take you away. A fairy voice carries, I'd marry Canary. If only she could love me. If only she could love me. If only she could love me like I love continuity. Keep the faith, pretty bird. We want you back. All right, guys. Take care. And until next time, Dave signing off. Peace. Yum, yum. No Laurel, no arrow.